Hello, rising friends. This week you will focus on the character quality of respect. What is respect by definition? Respect by definition is a gesture of being esteemed or honored. For example, we show respect when we honor our parents, we show respect when we honor our teachers, and we show respect when we honor our friends. So this week, Let's Talk lesson, we'll be talking about respect. And what are the 6 rules for respect or achieving respect? Rule number 1, treat others with respect. Follow the golden rule. When we treat others with respect, in turn, they will treat us with respect. We should always respect each and every person, no matter what they look like or their social or economic background. Respect everyone. Respect rule number 2. Be tolerant and accepting of differences. The world in which we live, people come in all shapes, sizes, and races. Everyone is different, so we should be tolerant of others' differences. Could you imagine living in a world where everyone looked exactly the same? Everyone had exactly the same hair color. Everyone had exactly the same skin color. Everyone was exactly the same size. Well, all animals would just be one breed of animal. It would be a pretty boring world to live in, correct? So, since everyone is different, all things are different, we need to be able to accept all differences. Respect rule number 3. Use good manners. Never use bad language. Top 10 good manners. Always say please and thank you. Say you're welcome. Always wait your turn. Say excuse me when you're walking by someone or you brush up against someone or you need to get by someone. Always say hello and bye. Always hold the door for others. When you're inside, use a quiet voice. Whenever you can, you should share. Always use good table manners. And number 10, always say I'm sorry when you're wrong. Respect rule number 4. Be considerate of the feelings of others. You should always be considerate of the feelings of others. Before you judge or make fun of someone, you should put yourself in their shoes. Always think to yourself, I wonder what that person is feeling. If you can do that, then you can show that person compassion and you can show that person respect. Respect rule number 5. Don't threaten or hit or hurt anyone. Do not push or hit my friends. This is mean. Mean actions make friends sad. Never hit or push. Respect rule number 6. Deal peacefully with anger, insults, and disagreements. Always try to manage your anger. There are ways to dealing with your anger. You should identify triggers and warning signs. You should talk to someone about your anger. You should try breathing or muscle relaxation. You should always walk or do exercise. Or, my favorite, step away from the situation. Or, refrain from your thinking. Meeting someone new. In different parts of the world, it is customary to greet people with a gesture. In America, we show respect for another person with a handshake.
Hi, I'm Faye Desmoichant here with you from Social Skills to chat with you about how to shake hands. There are a few really important aspects to shaking hands. Number 1, you should be standing up when you shake hands. No matter where you are, you should make sure you're standing up to shake hands. Also, as you shake hands, there are a few critical aspects to it. This is considered the web of your hand. You want to make sure that you're touching the web of the other person's hand as you shake hands. Now, there's a couple of different handshakes out there. One I like to call the Queen's Shake, where you give a half handshake. It's not correct. And actually, women in general in the United States of America tend to get really offended by that type of handshake because they feel that if a man is giving a half handshake, it's disrespectful. So, men and women, make sure that you touch the web of the hand to the other person's web. As you shake hands, be sure that you give a firm grip. Now, you don't want it to be so firm that you're injuring the other person, but it needs to be a firm grip. You can actually blow, making a great handshake by not giving a firm grip. Additionally, as you shake hands with a person, you should be shaking the entire time that it takes both of you to introduce yourselves. So, instead of dropping your hand after you introduce yourself, make sure that you are shaking for the entire time that the other person is introducing him or herself. So, sometimes people say it's 3 shakes, but it's actually not. It's shaking the entire time that it takes for both of you to introduce yourselves. Also, as you shake hands, make sure that you are using your eye contact. You should be looking at the person the entire time that you're shaking hands. Also, smile. Smile is a really important part of making a good first impression as you shake hands. It actually makes you seem a lot warmer and a lot more friendly. Also, make sure that your body language is good. You don't want to be slumped over giving your handshake. Make sure that you're standing up straight with your shoulders back. As you're shaking hands, you want to introduce yourself. As you introduce yourself, make sure that you use your first and your last name. In my case, it's, "Hi, I'm Faye Desmoichant." I have a bit of a tricky last name, so I usually put a pause in between my first and my last name. So if you have a tricky last name, just make sure that you say it slowly and you enunciate it. In fact, you might want to practice it a few times in front of the mirror. And that's how you shake hands and introduce yourself.
So, 2 strangers are walking in a park. On a windy day. Suddenly, leaves start to blow. Oh no, I lost my hat. What do I do? This is a great opportunity for 2 strangers to meet each other. Hi, I'm Sally. I believe this is your hat. Nice to meet you. I'm John. Thank you for retrieving my hat for me. It is so windy out here today. You are such a nice person. It's nice meeting you, Sally. It's nice meeting you, John. Have a great day.